Hello guys, Mr. Agoraphobia. How are you doing today, guys? I've got a build for Legendary, guys, and Negotiators build for group play. You could use it solo on Heroic. I have another Negotiators build for Legendary solo. I've done the whole mission solo, so go and check it out, guys. If you like my content, guys, and you want more Division 2 stuff, like and subscribe, and let's get into the build. Right, so our first piece of gear is the mask, which is a Negotiator's Dilemma part. 2-piece 15% critical hit chance, 3-piece 20% critical hit damage, 4-piece hostile negotiations. Critical hits mark enemies for 20 seconds, up to 3 marks total. When you critically hit a marked enemy, all other marked enemies take 60% of the damage dealt. Whenever a marked enemy dies, you gain 2% critical hit damage, stacking up to 20 times or until combat ends, so 40% guys. So you'll be at 220% critical hit damage. Core attribute is 15% weapon damage. Attributes are 12% critical hit damage, and the mod is 11.9% critical hit damage. Our second piece of Negotiator's Dilemma is the holster. The core attribute is 15% weapon damage. The attributes are 12% critical hit damage. Our third piece of Negotiators is the knee pads, 15% weapon damage, 12% critical hit damage. Our fourth and final piece of Negotiators is the gloves. Core is 15% weapon damage, 12% critical hit damage. The chest piece we're using is a piece of Grupo Sombra, 15% critical hit damage for using one piece. Core attribute is 15% weapon damage. Attributes are 6% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and the mod is 12% critical hit damage as well. And the talent I decided to use, guys, is Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 25 times. Remember, this talent is changing just a little bit in the next update. It will be 10 seconds, not 5 seconds, if you didn't know that already, guys. Our final piece of gear, we're using the Memento Exotic Backpack. Core attributes are 15% weapon damage, blue core and a skill tier, and the mod is 6% critical hit chance. And the talent for the backpack, if you don't have this, is Kill Confirmed. Enemies you kill drop a trophy on death. Collecting trophies provides both a short and long term buff, the first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped and lasts 10 seconds. A red core, 5% weapon damage, so we will get 30% weapon damage. With the trophies we get, blues, we get 10% bonus armor, so we'll only get 10% bonus armor because we only have 1 blue. And we'll have 5% skill efficiency because we only have 1 yellow. For every trophy collected, gain an additional 1% weapon damage, 1% skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regen for 300 seconds, which equals to 3% armor regen for 5 minutes, guys. The primary weapon I decided to use, what I don't use much, is the St. Elmo's engine. The core attribute is 15% assault rifle damage, 21% health damage, and 10% damage to targets out of cover. And the talent is shooting an enemy with this weapon will give 1 stack. At 100 stacks, the next magazine will be filled with shock ammo. That's good for legendary content, guys. And those are the mods you get, and those are actually stupidly good mods. 20% crit chance, weapon handling, and a 70 round mag, and crit damage as well, guys. The secondary is the M870 Express shotgun. Core attributes are 15% shotgun damage, 12% damage to armor, 10% damage to targets out of cover, and the talent is Optimist. Weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. And those are the mods I decided to use. The sidearm I'm using is the D50. You won't be using your sidearm. 15% pistol damage, attribute is 6% damage to armor, and the talent is Determined. After killing an enemy with a headshot, for the next shot landed on an enemy will be a guaranteed headshot, and that's the mod. You won't be using your pistol anyway. The first skill I'm using is the Crusader Ballistic Shield. We are tier 3 because we have a blue and a yellow from the Memento Backpack, and we have another yellow from the Technician, so we're tier 3. So we have a tanky shield. These are the mods, and the secondary skill I'm using is the Assault Turret. Because this is a really good skill to use on Legendary, so if you throw it out guys like far away from you, it's a really good distraction. All the enemies shoot your turret for some reason. It's kind of funny. So they don't shoot grenades at you constantly and drones and stuff like that. But this is tier 2 because of the backpack and because of the technician, so it does a tiny little bit of damage. Those are the mods I have. This is the overall build. So we have 4-piece negotiators, we have Grupo chest, and we have Memento backpack and the Saint Armour. The stats guys. We have 57% critical hit chance, nearly max, and our crit damage is 183.9% critical hit damage. But remember, when you get a kill, it stacks up. Negotiators 2% each stack, so 40%. So we'll have 223% critical hit damage. I'll scroll down the rest of the stats for you. The specialisation I'm using is the technician, like I said before. We're using this because of the free skill tier amped, 1 skill tier, and 15% assault rifle damage, 15% shotgun damage, and 15% pistol damage, sidearm damage. But this is the build guys, give it a go. I think it's actually really good for legendary content. I'll leave gameplay in the background as usual. But thanks for watching guys, and happy hunting.
Agent down.
Got a turret hit.
An agent needs assistance. Vital signs critical. Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action. System disrupted. System back online. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down.
I see a turret. Where would it?
An agent has left.